first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Looking to throw. Solomon. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
What? 90!
A give to Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Bell. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Go!
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
Here's Rosen to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Third and long here for Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
On first down, Solomon. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
His throw caught at about the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out in the pistol.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now Bell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Lucky 56. Gone.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Off-play action. Solomon. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on 2nd down. Solomon. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On second down, Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Rosen will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And it's a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Check.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
The give is to Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Here's Bell. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 26, check 26. Flex round, flex round.
Back to throw. Solomon. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Leopard, 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 leopard. All right,
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now out come the Steelers. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Solomon. Now he'll let it go deep down to left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets
him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now with him and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Rosen. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Detroit!
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Bell works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on second down, Solomon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
On fourth down, Solomon. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney.
And now it's Rosen looking. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen on first and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
56, Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Flex round! Flex round! Switch! Switch!
After the penalty, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Solomon flushed out right. It fights him off. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. Solomon, he sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they will take a knee here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Solomon. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On 4th down, Solomon. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Rosen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Detroit!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Steelers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.